Yo, what's going on, guys? Matthew Haynes here, aka the Clock Master. I'm here with my wife,
Shannon, aka Cosmic Binks.
and we are here to check out
Xmen episode 4.
episode 4 for Xmen, the animated series, in preparation for Xmen 97. We have not seen the series. We're making our way through for those who are new to the channel. So all of these reactions are blind reactions. We have no idea what's going to happen in the rest of these seasons and the show. So we're pretty much loving it so far. And yeah, just check out our reactions to the previous episodes if you are new here, and stick around for Xmen 97 because we will be reacting to those episodes as well when it drops, and all the other Marvel covers. You got some other movie reactions dropping this week.
By the time you're seeing this, Guardians of the Galaxy will be coming out.
Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be will be tomorrow from this video. So we have not seen that. The Marvels, we have not seen that in theaters or anything, so we're gonna be reacting to that as well. So yeah, any other suggestions you may have for us, leave in the comments down below. And full reaction to this uncut is in the description box below. Yeah, so without further ado, anything else you want to add?
No, let's get into it.
Let's get right into it. Talk about it later as you normally do. Let's get into it now.
Are we any closer to the core of your rage?
Boy, his brain, bruh.
It's wild.
Hey, yo! Bro, this dude's brain is just like, goodness Lord. No wonder he's fighting everything he's seeing.
What are you hiding from me, Saber-Tooth?
Be the mean, let me in.
Let me in. Let me in.
It's crazy how good visualization of what he can do.
Definitely. You have a lot more freedom with it with animation too.
Oh, absolutely.
Has just become more dangerous.
Yeah.
Stuff the philosophy. Let's go kick his butt.
Working to help alleviate his rages.
Can you do that for me?
Much as I did
Please.
for Wolverine,
Can you do that for me?
some recess
Like, my mind is wide open for you.
Yo.
Have at it.
Recesses. Wolverine. What's wrong? Wolverine. Gotta be kidding. Tell you what.
It is too, though.
As long as he's here, I'm gonna be somewhere else.
Wolverine!
I think that's fair, though.
Yeah.
we'll deal with Wolverine's attitude later. Right now, we can't be distracted from our more
Art be with you.
Yeah. I was gonna say that.
merciful.
Well,
That's a fact.
Your old friend. Where should it be?
Man got the Batman set up. Good Lord.
Although
He was an actual savage.
Yes. Ew. That's lovely.
He's letting the toxicity spread. And that's not good when you're around toxic people.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely being real toxic right now.
Doesn't let the grass grow under his feet.
He's challenging me. He hurt those workers just to get at me.
You gotta love her expressions, man.
Yes, I love it.
Bro, if he plays in the club, I would turn all the way up.
We have never been in a club.
We've never been in a club. But I would go to the club if they're playing remixes of this.
Sorry to disappoint you, Magneto. You'll have to make do with us.
Like this again, boy.
I'm like, come on. We already went
This
over this.
again, boy.
Some of this old boy's thunder.
Not if you can't get close enough.
Right. Ouchers.
Yikes. Mopping y'all.
Literally. As Magneto does.
Yeah.
With finesse.
Yep.
One of the... Oh,
Oh.
dang.
That hurt me.
Exploring PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than not breathing. Come on, make a girl feel welcome.
Okay.
She got like that Louisiana.
I love this rogue.
I know. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. The power of Rogue.
Yeah.
The power of
great.
Rogue. She definitely didn't think it through, but you know, she had to do what she had to do.
Yeah.
Cyclops, where are you?
God, this
You
is just
okay?
fantastic.
Yeah.
You brought me.
Come on, boy, make a girl feel welcome.
I love it.
Sounds like she's a statesman.
enemies, I will give you a final chance.
Never.
Hey, bro, you started
Yo,
it.
his voice actor black. I gotta find out.
Dream of
To wage war on 6 billion humans?
Yo, y'all get out of here.
Bro, they suffering, man.
won't.
I understand, but
That's ugly.
yeah.
I wanted.
Dang.
Mama, Papa.
Dang.
That's wild. Jeez.
Some very emotional stuff.
Yeah. Got deep real fast.
Yeah.
Sounds like this dump's gonna go up like the 4th of July.
Let's go home. I will mentally be your eyes. Follow me.
So cool.
I know.
So cool.
It's so dope.
President of the United States.
Oh boy.
Right.
Lovely.
And I'm the Queen of England. You gonna
Don't let
stay
him
along
know.
while I fix it up?
Don't let him.
Don't do manipulation, girly.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Lesson number one.
Naive teen.
Never trust nobody.
Man, he's a girly.
Yeah, you said girly.
So, you want an Oscar or what?
I will do what I was sent here to do, and if you don't,
But you said,
He literally said don't trust anybody.
Right. Yeah, he did know better.
be careful what you ask for, old buddy.
I was waiting for it.
Just might.
Try pushing me.
Don't mess with the short king now.
Right.
Y'all might want to go to the control room.
Right.
We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, well,
The war room.
Yo, where is Jean in all this?
Hey, listen, I'm kind of yeah.
Marine, what did I teach you about revenge?
Hey, bro, he
How often
started
have
it.
I warned you about letting your
He did it
personal
first.
feelings in.
Nice.
Sick.
Send them flying.
Rogue, get him to the infirmary fast.
He'll be
Nah,
alright.
he don't need no infirmary, bruh.
Ready.
All
Yeah.
right, Xavier. You've cast your lot with humankind.
Shot.
Right.
But the others
Episode.
I was to say they do a really good job of developing characters without feeling like it's forced.
Yeah.
You know, like they went deep this episode for one.
Yeah.
Like exploring like PTSD and like, you know,
Childhood trauma.
yeah, like that went deep real quick.
Yep. Childhood
Like,
trauma.
First Storm and then Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
Like that went really deep, but it like helped a lot for their characters.
Yeah.
You know? Like I've really liked this episode for that fact alone. Because like I don't know. I guess I just wasn't expecting them to go too deep with it sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's kind of what I was trying to say about like at the end of the thing was that like
Yeah.
you know I was trying to don't worry about that. I'm just trying to see something real
Mhm.
quick here. But yeah, no, they it's deep.
Yeah.
You know, it's deep. So the whole context of it, the whole overall story of what's happening is deep.
Yeah.
It is a deeper story. It is a little bit more, you know, grounded, but it also is not afraid to explore some very serious themes.
Yeah.
And X-Men has always been a surface for gray area,
Mm-hmm.
like gray area topics, and like, you know, because sometimes Magneto be spitting facts, but then sometimes Professor X be spitting
Yeah,
facts.
definitely.
And it's just like, how can we kind of meet in the middle
Yeah.
where, you know, but then at the same time, it's like they both have this one common situation of the government and society trying to take them down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how do we deal with this? Do we do the diplomatic approach, or do we just say, you know, fight them and defend ourselves? So it's like, and not even defend, but in this case, Magneto is literally just trying to take over the entire planet.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just,
Yeah, it's a little
it's a little extreme.
So-
So we can kind of find a diplomatic approach. Like, listen, we don't want to fight, but if you fight us, we will defend ourselves.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. Like, let us do what we got to do. We're not going to start no problems.
Yeah.
if you
Like we're
coming
just
up-
trying to live in society.
Yeah, we're trying to do what everybody else does.
Yeah.
And not even just that, just help people too, because there might be some other, you know, threats from otherworldly threats, or
Yeah.
just villains in general, or thieves and robbers, your everyday people trying to cause wreak havoc.
Yeah.
And the X-Men can come in and save the day, or
exactly.
There's ways that we can work together. But the one theme that they always explore is that like people, they fear what they don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't understand you, so by default I'm just gonna fear you because you're just a threat to me.
Yeah, but then you're not even going to try to understand.
Right. Like a personal example of this in a less serious light is with our cat. I feared cats for a very long time. I feared the idea of being a cat owner because I didn't understand anything about cats. I just thought that you always hear that cats scratch and then they do this and they're mean and they're not affectionate and they're not this. Until one day I decided to open up my mind and say, you know what? Because I've always been a dog person, but I said, you know what, babe, maybe I'm thinking we should get a cat. Maybe it could be good for us. And I started to educate myself about cats, watching documentaries, watching YouTube videos from experts and just different cat owners, seeing their experience, how people went about it, the bonding process. I started to learn a lot about cats, and it opened up my mind to like, you know what, cats are actually not that bad. They're actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then the main thing was when we actually adopted our cat, I was still a little fearful leading up to the process because I'm like, okay, I don't know how this is going to go. I've learned everything. And then I was a little fearful still, a little bit.
Yeah, and you still didn't want to like push boundaries.
I didn't want to push boundaries.
You were scared of getting scratched.
That was I'm still kind of scared of getting scratched. Getting claws hurt.
Even though she's like literally never done that.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to get to that.
Not on purpose.
On purpose. Yeah, I'm going to get to that. So fast forward now, after opening my mind and allowing to, understanding how the cat thinks, how cats think. And now I can tell you right now, our cat is one of the most sweetest animals I've ever met. Yeah. She's loving. She likes to cuddle. She's very affectionate. She doesn't have a favorite person. She always checking up on my wife. She's always checking up on me. If I'm not having a good day, she knows. And like she particularly like will try to come, on top of you and like lay down and like try to comfort you. She's done that for Shan too. But she also has her moments where she's like a crackhead. She's running around and she's being wild and she likes to play and she likes to do this. And I learned I learned so much about her, and it's like everything about her is completely different from what I thought she was or what a cat would be. Yeah. When I had these preconceived ideas and notions about cats until I actually learned and met a cat and now have my own cat. That is the complete opposite of what I thought cats were. She never went out of her way to scratch me. If she doesn't like to get pet too much, she'll gently, respectfully just put her paw up and just say, okay. Yeah. Like she literally push your hand away very softly and gently.
Yeah, she's very patient and but she'll let you know when she doesn't want to be touched anymore or bothered. Yeah. Like she'll literally she'll just start extending her claws. Like, all right, back off, please.
Yeah, back off a little bit.
She's very good with signaling.
Yeah, she's good with communication in her own way.
Yeah.
When she wants attention, she'll be all up on my chest. She'll be laying up on me. Like right before we filmed these videos, I was laying down on the couch and she's just all up on my chest and all up on my face and she's kissing me. She's licking my face and whatever. I gotta go wash my face after. But she has become this loving cat, and there's always these beliefs that female cats aren't really good with male owners, and so I was a little concerned about that. But I've come to everything. The point is, everything that I thought I knew and all these assumptions I had was not true. Yeah. And it's the same thing, I hate to compare it to the X-Men, but it's just the same kind of approach is what I mean. Is
fear in what you don't know.
Fear in what you don't know. Yeah. And fear in attempting, because if they learned and sat down and spoke with these X-Men, at least the ones that are with Xavier, you would come to learn. And just like with cats, not all cats are nice. There's some mean cats. And that's just everything. There's always an opposite for every type of thing. There's good people. There's really bad people.
Well, even in terms of X-Men, I had made the comparison, even within the mutants and the humans, there's always good people. And then there's, bad people.
Yeah. Good mutants, bad mutants.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just about the individual. But you can't generalize people. You can't generalize things. You can say that everything has polar opposites. You go religion, you go, social norms, whatever it is. Like there's good people in any given religion and there's bad people in those religions.
Yeah.
It really is polar opposites in everything.
Yeah.
So, you just, and even like me being like a stereotype, that just stereotypes about black people, stereotypes about white people, that like, it's stereotypes. People look at me, they see my locks, they see how I am, they hear how I talk, and they might say, "Yo, this guy is up to no good. This guy might try to rob me or something." And meanwhile, I'm thinking, you gonna rob me? I'm like, I'm out here, But then like you get to meet people like me, and you just talk to any black person. Most will tell you that like they hate having to dodge and feeling, and it's like it's weird enough. I feel like if you're again a marginalized person in some type of way, you can find. I'm not trying to make myself a victim here, by the way. I'm just saying. I feel like if you're a person that faces judgment or societal pressure or expectations from your community or from other people, I feel like you could find some solace and some resemblance within the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
If you're part of the LGBTQ community, you might find a lot of relations with the X-Men. People not wanting you around, people not wanting to accept you for who you are. Maybe you may not want to accept the way you were born or your beliefs. Same thing for like immigrants. Same thing for whatever person you are. Any type of person, and which will bring me to another thing. I'll shift back into more of the episode stuff. But the point is, like, as a black man, you get to you experience things every day. People not wanting you around, people judging you, people thinking you're a problem, people think you're a threat. You walk into a room, you walk into a store, people might look at you a certain way. They might think you're a problem, right? And you same thing with the X-Men. They walk down the street. You look how Beast was treated in court. That he's already a villain to those people.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he was already he was just calm and he was just he has a very calm demeanor and he's very intelligent.
It's like you have to go out of your way to prove that you're, fine.
Yeah.
That I'm not a threat.
But then they already have a preconceived notion.
They already have a preconceived notion. So yeah, man. No matter what you're going through, if you got some type of pressure from society or your community or whatever, I'm pretty sure you can find some relation and you can find some similarities to your story with the X-Men.
Yeah.
I think that's the power of those stories. And kind of bringing it more back to the story, we got to see like with Storm, how much and it's not afraid to explore certain deep themes like childhood trauma. We were having a conversation about that off camera, about how people don't take childhood trauma seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't talk about mental health in a way. And weirdly enough, this episode is really highlighting mental health in a weird way, because in its own way, it kind of was. If you really think about it from a deeper perspective, it's like here's Xavier talking about therapy with Wolverine, about how he had to go through these challenges and fighting his inner rage and his inner demons and having to find himself.
Even with Sabretooth, he was like, let me help you fight your demons.
Let me like struggling to be accepted.
Yeah, Xavier is a therapist. That's
literally
what it is.
Right.
This, I was not expecting this kind of theme from a show from the 90s.
Weirdly enough, a lot of these shows did it without you even realizing that these things were explored.
Yeah, definitely.
Like if you look at with Spawn, if you were to ever see that series, I watched a few of those episodes. While it's rated R and there's like naked cartoon ladies and blood and guts and everything, the theme explored the darkness of humanity, explored finding community within the darkness. You look at a character like Spawn, I know a little bit about him dying and coming back and losing his, wanting his love and literally this guy finds peace and solace by living in an alleyway with a bunch of homeless guys. Like they all just kind of looked out for him, he looked out for them, and he found peace within that. So it's like even within the world, everything was going to hell, darkness everywhere, but Spawn was still able to find some type of community and appreciation within all the darkness. So, you know, all of these shows sometimes, man, back in those days, back in that time, like, weirdly enough, explored a lot of themes that affect us today. Again, like with mental health in this episode, with Storm too. You know, exploring PTSD and childhood trauma. Her story, building crashing. She's seeing it. Association, visual association to the trauma. Yeah. And she completely shuts down. Same thing for Magneto.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even like the strongest people are still affected by that.
By trauma from their childhood. Yeah. It can be really big issues. It can be little issues. Well, issues that people would think is little, but it's big for somebody. Yeah. But, you know, having to go through a war as a child.
That's traumatic.
That's traumatic, you know? The building falling down, Storm losing her family, things like that. Like, that's very big, you know? So, and even with Wolverine and Sabretooth being judged, not being accepted, people think you're a party animal or something like that. You know, there's so many different themes that was just bravely introduced in this episode. Yeah. That, you know, you can really sit down here for hours and just talk about everything that's going on.
Yeah, it's very deep. A lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. And, you know, I applaud them for doing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, even if they didn't realize, like, how much it was going to affect people in the future, like, it's really like, damn, okay.
Yeah. But that's what I've always liked about the power of comic books, though, especially some of these ones. A lot of comic books, if you really sit down and read them, Stan Lee also did some really good stories where he explored some themes that would not be discussed. I mean, comic books have always been about humanity. It's always been about exploring humanity. It's always been about exploring themes, you know, that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. And that's why people like myself, I found a lot of comfort and I found a lot of you know, I guess help in growing up reading comic books, because I would see different characters. That's why, like, Spider-Man's one of my favorite characters. So, like, he's a normal guy who's going through normal problems. As a kid, I appreciated teen Peter Parker a lot, but as an adult, I appreciate adult Peter Parker even more, because there's a lot of adult situations, real life problems that he's dealing with, you know, struggling to pay certain things or whatever. It's trying to, you know, dealing with issues with relationships and friendship dramas and family issues, and still trying to be a hero at the end of the day. And you read those books, and even with Miles Morales, if you read his character, you know, so much expectations for a young teen, you know, trying to be the rock for a family, trying to not only help a community, but pave a way for his own future as well, and potential love interest and best friends. And you can go on and on about these themes and stories from comic books and these stories. It's so good. It's really great. And I think for a lot of people, when you do an adaptation, you want to, like in like a live action adaptation, you want to see the action. You want to see the fight. Absolutely. You want to see the cool powers. But for me, what I've always loved about comic books, besides all of that, of course, as a kid growing up, you want to see the boom and the power and the fighting and the visibility and this guy doing this and this girl doing that. And in some cases, you know, just having little crushes on characters too. Like, she's hot, I like her. Or, somebody else, oh, they're attractive. There's always so many other elements on the surface that make people like comic books. But for me, as I got older, it's became more about, like, what do the stories tell me? What's the heart of these stories? What is the meaning? What's the purpose of what you're trying to communicate to me as an author? You know, what's the story here? What's the point? And man, you just gotta love it. You gotta love it. Yeah, I can go on and on too. Even Berserker, Keanu Reeves' Berserker, recent comic book, amazing stuff. So many themes you can explore in that. Yeah. Anyways, let's wrap up this video. Anything else you want to say? I kind of rambled, but anything else you want to add?
I think that's it. Good episode.
Great episode. Yeah. We love episodes like this. It sparks a lot of communication.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next week for more X-Men reactions. As we said earlier in the video and the videos this week, Guardians of the Galaxy reaction coming up, or should be out already by the time you're seeing this. And the Marvel's reaction will also be up
on Monday.
Yeah. And so
check out, we're posting our weekly schedule on the community tab, so go check that out to see what's coming up.
Yep. Yeah. Every Sunday we hope to post a schedule, our upcoming schedule as to what we will be reacting to for that following week. So that's it. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Clockmaster and
Cosmic Thanks
out.